So, this is Married to Medicine, darlings. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so, let me think. Did that happen last week? Yeah. Okay. So, apparently Aiden, Mariah's husband, done spilled the beans to the rest of the guys that, they had the nude painting, situation going down, and everybody's kind of mad. The ladies are kind of mad at Aiden, and apparently, with watching Watch What Happens Live when Toya and Simone was on there, apparently both Aiden and Mariah kind of got the slippery mouth when it comes to certain things that can't really hold water. But I mean, the guys are going to find out eventually. It's not that big of a deal. Heavenly had a conversation with Damon, and he just kept asking her, well, why you didn't tell me that there was nude models there and one guy picked you up. She was just like, well, Daddy, I didn't tell you, cause when you come home, you be tired, and we just have sex and you go to sleep. I'm not that good at her voice. Who actually does her voice good is Color Me Pink. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yes, Color Me Pink. I love her YouTube channel. She be cracking me up. Yes. She does the heavenly voice perfectly. It's so funny. It'd be so funny. But yeah. She that heavenly is something else, and to her credit, she did draw a cross. She drawed the cross that was on the gentleman's chest and didn't draw his genitals or his behind. So, to her credit, that's fine. And, the guys are saying, oh, we gonna get together, we gonna do something, and, we not gonna tell y'all, all this kind of stuff. But y'all stop. It's not that serious. It's how these guys make their money. Like, it's just, it's fun. Like, come on, grow up. It's so interesting how you have people who are so accomplished and all this and have so much money, yet they still insecure just like the rest of us. Really goes to show that, no matter what the situation is or how much money you have, you ain't nothing but a person, child. That's it. That's why I rarely look up to anybody. There's a lot of people I admire and, enjoy and, just what's the word? Yeah, I guess those are the words. Admire, enjoy, But as far as like looking up to and putting a certain individual on or certain people on high pedestals, I just don't feel like that's smart or safe to do because, people let you down every single day. Family, friends, just people in general, right? Okay, so I was tickled by that. Let me see. So Jackie, she's trying to have this pretty much just come to Jesus moment with all the ladies. And so they're all meeting up at her home before they take a trip to Savannah, Georgia. I heard that Savannah, Georgia was one of the most haunted places in the United States. I don't know if that's true, but it's just what I heard. And I remember on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they talked about that because they took a trip one time to Savannah, Georgia. So all the ladies meet up at Jackie's house. Everything is fine, but child, all the ladies are on this one bus. I don't know why Jackie didn't set this up better, and apparently it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive. And I'm just like, Jackie, really? You could at least split it up between a few buses or a few cars or something, like, girl. But all the ladies was there together. They were seemingly getting along at one point, until there was this weird moment between Toya and Heavenly, where I believe Simone congratulated Toya on her new home, and Heavenly said something. Heavenly was really popping off at the mouth on this episode, like for no reason. It's almost like she was kind of doing it on purpose just to get stuff riled up. But Heavenly, she was very just just mean for no reason, and just coming for people who she wasn't even in anything, but she just was coming for folks. I was like, Heavenly, what's going on with you, sis? So she came for Toya and talking about why people celebrating people and getting in homes, and then they got on the worth of each one of them homes and all this kind of stuff. I'm just like, what is happening right now? Let me see. So the ladies get there in Savannah, Georgia. It is 4 bedrooms, and it's 8 ladies, including Buffie. I was gonna say something mean. I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna say Buffy the Buffalo, but that's awful to say that. Why would you say that? God, I should go to church. But anyway, I thought that, like I said, there's 8 ladies, 4 bedrooms, so it's gonna be 2 to each room. Jackie, she kept it fair. She put the ladies that was good friends with the ladies. She kept them with their buddy. Buffy had Simone. Mariah had Toya, Contessa, and Jackie was rooming together. And Quad and Heavenly was rooming together perfectly. Because Jackie could have been real shady. She could have signed them rooms together and it would have been a hot mess. But thank God she didn't. Only thing, the house was beautiful, but the only thing about the house is that it looked like they were sleeping in twin beds. And we too grown for twin beds. I mean, really. And too big, some of us. So I was just like, oh, girl, twin beds. And I was just like, and I get it. It's more of a, like, homey type of feel situation. It's beautiful, but I can't do twin beds. Mm-mm. So anyway, let me see. So Jackie, she decides to get the ladies together for this. It's called like a tent meeting, where everybody gets together and they have a meeting. They discuss things and just air it all out. And all the ladies was dressed in white. They looked absolutely gorgeous. Black people in white is just everything. So all the ladies looked nice. They went to their little restaurant. It was a beautiful setting, etc. So once they got there, Jackie, she wanted all the ladies to write a comment down, just about things that they need to work on within themselves, or maybe other people, what they think other people's perception of them is, and write it in the box. And then Jackie was going to read it out, and then they were going to talk about it and, hopefully heal from it. Or if they just had issues with somebody in the room. Buffy, no vampire slayer. Buffy, she read out that basically her issue is that she can't really keep girlfriends because they end up asking her for money, or she finds that a lot of people are not truly happy for her success. And she was saying that it was lonely at the top. I understood what she was trying to say, but it had nothing to do with nothing. It was just like, and she was sitting over there boo-hooing, crying, and upset. And everybody was just looking at her like this, just like, girl. And Toya was just like, well, that's probably why you ain't got no girlfriends, because you said that everybody is beneath you and you up here. I mean, there might be a fact moment. I'm actually connecting a lot with Toya on this season for some reason, and I was never a Toya fan. But this season I'm kind of agreeing with almost everything, and I'm kind of rocking with Toya on this season. Shocking. I was just like, Lord. Mariah was over it, because although she claimed that she wasn't over the whole thing of Jackie basically saying that she does drugs, just copying what Quad said about her. And Jackie did not put an allegedly on there. That's why she was mad. But her and Jackie, they had a double date with Simone and Heavenly, and they had a conversation about it last week. And Mariah, I thought she let it go, but apparently she didn't let it go. So she brought that up. She was just like, she just wished people would fact check and not talk about things that they really know nothing about. And just to consider the source and all that kind of stuff. And so, you could tell Jackie was over it on her face, but, she kept it together. And she was like, child, we have these little meetings all the time and nothing is resolved. And that's true. Let me see. So we found out in the midst of that, because we all knew that Mariah was talking about the whole thing of at last year's reunion when Quad alleged that she saw Mariah snort cocaine or whatever. Mariah actually took a drug test, and they took like 3 or 4 samples out of her hair, and apparently you can trace that all the way back 10 years to see if there was any drugging in your history. And apparently it was clear that Mariah did not have any drugs in her system. Or look, whether she did or didn't, it was a pissing match. It was an argument. You hurt me, I hurt you. You say something low down and dirty about me, saying that I'm sleeping with your sister's ex-husband, and I'm gonna say something low down and dirty about you, and so that's pretty much what it was. Not that it's right, but I mean that's what it was. None of us really know what's facts, really. I mean, so all the ladies got up and left. Jackie, she tried to check on Mariah. Mariah was upset. And then Toya and Quad had a conversation. Toya definitely let Quad know that Mariah was very upset about the whole drug accusation, and Quad was very unapologetic for it. Quad did not give a damn at all. Quad says she's done a lot to me. It's very interesting in this group because no matter what, everybody's able to settle their issues except for Quad and Mariah. And they've been knowing each other longer than everybody. It's a lot of hurt there. It's a lot of history there. Neither one of them are going to ever admit to, the truth, whatever the truth is. They're really two peas in a pod, to be honest with you. They have so many similarities. And, two people that's just alike ain't going to get along. So, will they ever have a moment? I don't know. Who knows? But I mean, instead of just bringing up the past and why I was so hurt by you and why you was so hurt by me, just let it all go and just build a new relationship. It makes sense to me, but I'm not in it, so let me see. So all the ladies get back on the bus. Then all of a sudden they, small talk. Mariah, she was just sitting there, and then she decided to speak up. She was just like, what, ladies? And she was emotional about it. She was just like, what, ladies? I'm really upset about the fact that y'all think that I do drugs, and you have this person that's telling lies on me, talking about Quad. And then Quad was sitting right there. So, of course, Quad stood up talking about, didn't nobody tell no lies on you. You tell lies on other people and all this other kind of stuff. Then, all of a sudden, Toya told Quad to let her finish. So, that kind of died down. And Mariah kept talking. And then Heavenly jumped in it. And I was just like, Heavenly, what the hell is you doing now? Now, Heavenly, you inserted yourself into that whole thing. And then she was just like, I believe that you did it. I believe Quad. And you are a liar. And then she brought up that old shit with Mariah saying that she got receipts on Heavenly's husband. And I was just like, why is everybody bringing up all this old stuff? Like, y'all need... Some folks ain't really got, nothing to do this season, clearly. I'm just like, Heavenly, well, at what moment did you feel like it was a conversation or argument between Mariah and Quad? All Toya did was tell Quad to be quiet and let Mariah speak, which is the proper thing to do because Mariah was speaking, and then Quad inserted herself. Even though Mariah was talking about Quad still, you just let people say what they gotta say. So then all of a sudden here comes Heavenly and the situation escalated. And Toya and Heavenly ended up getting into an argument because Toya asked Heavenly, why did you jump in it? That had nothing to do with you. And Heavenly told her to shut up. And, Heavenly's favorite word, your mama, your mama, your mama. Toya was just like, child, I'm going to call my mama and come get you and all this other kind of stuff. I was just like, Lord Jesus. And y'all, it's interesting because it's not interesting, it's crazy because y'all all squashed this either last week or the week before that when y'all had the double date together. So it's just interesting what people choose to harp on to not let go when they say they let it go. It's very interesting. So I was just like, wow, really, this again. So you haven't let that go about what about Mariah's receipts on Damon, which she didn't have any receipts. Like I said, it was just a damn argument back and forth. You hurt me to the core, I'm gonna hurt you to the core. And clearly you were hurt by that, Heavenly. But you've said on because Heavenly reviewed this show as well, Mad Medicine. She said on her YouTube channel that even if Dr. Damon was cheating, if she found out he was cheating, she still wasn't gonna leave him. So what does it matter? Why you keep getting mad about it? Why you keep bringing it up? Talking about I didn't insert myself. She inserted me. Heavenly, you inserted yourself. What show were you on? What show are you watching? At what point? At what time? We're not stupid. We're sitting here looking at the camera. We saw that you spoke up about the thing. Didn't nobody tag you in. You voluntarily did it. Oh, child. They got back to the house. Mariah got on the phone, started calling Aiden. She was crying, getting his blood pressure up. She's very upset about the whole drug comment and, everything. And I understand why she's upset. I really, really do. But I don't think she gets that the majority of people don't care and they've kind of let it go. Because I think most of us know, even though Mariah is Mariah, we know that the majority of us know that she don't do no drugs. Like, I just personally don't believe that. I don't know her or anybody else on the show. But I just don't believe that Mariah do drugs, child. I just really don't. Like I said, it was an argument. It was going back and forth. And there you go. But let's say that she did, or at one point a Quad saw her do it. So what? She don't do them now, I'm sure. So it's just like, what is the big deal? And nobody questioned or said anything about Quad allegedly sleeping with her brother-in-law at the time. So, hey, I don't know. It's they're grasping at straws at this point to find something to talk about. I definitely see that. Heavenly jumping in shit ain't got nothing to do with her creating arguments. Yeah. Let me see. So it was Heavenly and Quad. It was going back and forth with Mariah a little bit. Toya and Mariah, they had a moment. They started walking, went out on the porch. I was just like, oh, that's sweet, because that friendship was definitely a work in progress. Toya and Mariah have came a long way for sure. They really have. And I can honestly say they are real friends. At first I thought it was just a superficial, surface level friendship. But I can say that they really are friends, Mariah and Toya. the thing boils down to allegedly Mariah has done a lot to the girls, especially behind the scenes, and they just don't rock with her like that. And any kind of positive news they hear about her, they don't care. And anything that's good, that's a benefit to her or something good for her, they might congratulate her, but they're not going to mean it because they just simply don't like her, the majority of the girls. And she's allegedly done so much that anytime they see or hear or find out any kind of negative information on her, they pounce on it, which is very immature on their part still to kind of revel in a person's downfall or trials and tribulations. But this is where we are. Next week Mariah gonna get so upset that she's gonna walk out. I don't know if that means she's gonna walk out on the show or what, but Mariah was the person that brought the show to Bravo. I remember one of my subscribers told me that. And so I mean, she could still be working behind the scenes and doing her thing if she was to leave the show. I don't think she is. I don't necessarily want Mariah to leave the show because I do think she's good TV. She's shady. She's messy. She is reality TV. She is. So, but maybe she just had a moment. But we'll see. We will definitely see. And with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter. At It's King's World 89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.